Good evening, everyone, and welcome to end of March Entropia video for A&S Investments. So, how did we go last month? After the month before, how we had a real big whinge about it was bad. Well, the beginning of the month sort of acted like it was going to be better, and then it sort of took a little bit of a nosedive anyway. First 2 weeks maybe were okay, then after that, bucket of shit. If you look through the list here, what you'll notice that's missing is a lot of explosive recycled blueprints. Mindark have decided not to give me any this month. They gave me, I think, 3 crafts out of all the crafts I'd done. So that was and that was the reason why our income was a little bit low, as you can see here, 28.50, which isn't too bad still. It covers the investment and everything, but yeah. I usually like that to be over 3,000, and the direct result of that not being over 3,000 is because, apart from these 2 blueprints I sold here at the top, which were from the month before anyway, I didn't really get many. So as you can see, there's almost no explosive recycle sales in the list after those 2. But as you can see, I've worked really hard this month. I've sold lots of amps, guns, amps, mining stuff, and components to flesh out our month. Here's the start of the next month. As you can see, I've just been smashing it. I even sold my Easter Strong boxes. Like anything that will provide income gets sold. It's just the way it's going to be. As for the way we've been treated, well, it's pretty much the same story as last month, unfortunately. I just finished a mining run literally 15 minutes ago, and it was a negative run. I'll just put it onto the mining for a sec. And this is what's been happening. See, we're at 94.37% return, 829,000 peds cycled. But, and as you can see, look, don't get me wrong, on paper it looks fantastic. Minus 6 ped, minus 10 ped. That's a 1,200 ped mining run, minus 10 ped. That's a 1,500 ped mining run, minus 300. And then as you see the month go on, and that's what I'm talking about, the first sort of few runs, then you've got a minus 600, positive 588, and then minus 167. So as you can see, the minuses, of course, far outweigh the positives, as it should be in some respect. But my issue is, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, the price of Belcar on the markets lately is through the roof because they've choked the ore market a bit too much, in my opinion. I've got 2 relatively good Belcar mining spots. And I've got to say, the other day I went out to one. I dropped 135 drops in that area because that's all you can, because it's on a little bit of an island. I got no Belcar, and that area has Belcar in it. I didn't get 1 drop of Belcar. So, look, I understand reducing ore drops to get the markup up to give more people more money, but the thing about it is they might have taken it a little bit too far with the Belcar. I think they need to just dial it back just that 1 clock notch, As for the rest of the markup on the rest of the materials, I can't really complain, but I don't get enough of them to make use of it. I tried to do a really big D-class run, as you can see here. That 1,600 peta right. No, sorry. This 3,800 peta right here is a D-class run. And I can tell you right now, and I'd done that because I hadn't got anything good for a while, minus 600, minus 300. So I'd done a D-class run, 333 drops, and this was my reward. Where is it? Minus 662 ped with a small amount of markup items. So, yeah, it's hard. I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's just hard. As you can see, I still managed to make the money for the month, regardless of the hurdles they've put in front of me. So learning their system and what they're willing to give and not willing to give, I think is the key thing at the moment. And I've sort of got a good handle on it. And the motto of the story is don't go out with big amps. Simple as that. Unless you've got 100,000 ped in your ped card, don't mine with big amps, because unless you're going to go into PvP or whatever. But from what I've seen, it's just not worth the money. So, as for crafting, well, that's our sales. What are crafting? Let's go to our summary page just to match it up. I got a bit of a drop in LR45 returns. I still am crafting a large amount of guns because the energy matter residue is in surplus. Generally, I craft the energy matter residue into guns, and then I save the metal residue for gun amps because you can't use one on the other. But yeah, LR45 craft, 146,000 peds spent, 94% return. That's usually more like the 96% return. And as you can see, the symbol 1 and 2 conductors, we're almost up to 60,000 now on the conductors too, and we're still at 86%. I personally think there's something wrong with conductors 1 and 2 because they weren't like this before. And many moons ago, since we started recording this 2.5 years ago, I don't think conductors have performed the way they should. I think there's something wrong with them, and I think MindUp needs to fix it because 85 and 86% return on almost 100,000 ped, it doesn't quite match what's been told on the internet and on the websites, if you know what I mean. And that's conductors 1 and 2, low skill blueprints, 100% QR, whatever. It is just, that's the bone I have to pick, is that little area right there needs to be looked at. So yeah, look, we're just about to border 2.4 million ped cycled in our investment over the last 2.25 years. As you can see, the return is slowly crawling up. So we're at 92.17. If you go back through my videos, you'll see that starts at 90 something and it is slowly crawling up. And that's without any big payouts, and that's with me doing lots of whinging. But we really do want to see that, and I'm imagining it will. Look, the way it's been going, I'm imagining we'll get up to the 95 sooner or later. I'm just thinking it's going to take a lot of ped. I remember someone saying in Rookie Chat one day that you need to cycle between 3 to 5 million ped to get a balancing ATH, and I should have already cycled that because before we started this investment, I've spent this amount of money for 5 years. So that's about 5 million ped. So we're talking around about 7 million ped now cycled with no ATH. So, I think it's about time for them to cough it up. So I was going to make a video yesterday, but my graphics card just blew up. So I drove into town, buy another one. But we're all back operational now. So happy days. So yeah, it's the 5th today, I believe, in other areas of the world. Come and collect your payout. If you're rolling, roll. I'll be in and out of maybe a little bit of mayhem this afternoon. But if you can't catch me today, catch me tomorrow. All right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. All in all, I think I feel like Entropia is doing a little bit of a money grab again at the moment, like they did in the beginning of 2020 and say the end of 2021. That money grabby feel sort of coming around to me. So all you can do is play through it. You can't really do anything about it. I mean, if they want to take money off everyone, they'll just take it, There's nothing we can do, but it's good to be aware of it, and it's good to mention it because then it's out in the universe. So we continue to plow through and we continue to succeed. And that's our job. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I mean, why rave on, Next month's looking good. I've sold a lot of good stuff. A lot of stuff's up in Mark MU, so it's actually getting a hold of the raw materials that MindUp's made hard. And don't get me wrong, I think it's a good thing. I just think, in conclusion, they might have stepped over the line a little bit too far, because over the next weekend and Easter, Belcar could run out of the auction house. There could be none on there. I mean, I know some players probably have tens of thousands of Ignits in their bank, but there's nothing to say that it won't run out. And we can't mine it up that fast. It's not, even with level 13 amps. MindUp doesn't just let you do that, go out and mine Belcar for level 13 amps anymore. They're very picky about how much they let out at a certain amount of time. So, interesting anyway to watch over the next few weeks and leading up to Unreal Engine 5 release, which I'm thinking will be sometime next year or end of this year. Don't be surprised. We've got the 20-year anniversary coming up in 2023. There's got to be some sort of big thing there for that. You know, that's a big thing to achieve, 20 years in a game. So let's see what happens there, and maybe put a little cash on the side to play the game then, because they'll be offering 20-year edition stuff. So you want to have lots of ammo on you and go out and earn yourself some unlimited guns and stuff. Maybe, hopefully, in the new engine. Who knows? Exciting time sort of thing, you know? All right, guys, I'm out. Thanks for watching my video. And come and see me for your payouts. And I'll make another video at the end of next month. Ciao.